a technical situation. And so I'm going live again just for a shorter time on Amazon Live, just clicking the link through to Amazon Live, come back to my studio and just wait to get the signal from Amazon Live. Okay, and we should be back on screen shortly. Okay, and it says go live on Amazon Live. So that's what I'm doing. And we've got 20 seconds. Now, if you're watching me a moment ago, you'll note that I did have a technical issue, and I'm going to put my hand up. You can't see it, but I'm putting my hand up and saying it was me, and I'll be back on the screen in a minute, well, in 2 seconds to actually explain. Hello. If you think you've seen me earlier, about 20 minutes ago, then you have. Basically, I was broadcasting to Amazon Live and I forgot to unmute my microphone, and the rest is history. But I did want to come back and just finish off a section I was talking about. And down in the carousel at the moment on Amazon Live, if you click the link up above, you can actually join me from Facebook and YouTube. I was talking about this. Okay, and I want to finish off because I talked about this and then I went silent. Okay, this is down the carousel. This is their own gimbal. This is what I use when I go out and about and record video, like the one we saw about half an hour ago of Salisbury Cathedral. This is basically the unit that secures my phone. Yeah, so I'm not worried about the phone dropping on the floor. It also keeps me steady, and that is what we're all about. We're going from amateur video to semi-professional to professional video. And most weekends, Angelica and I go out, I take my gimbal with me and I shoot video like the one that you saw. Now I'm going to take my life in my hands and I'm going to go over here, and thank you for watching me live on Amazon Live. I'm basically hopefully going to find what I'm looking for, and I need to hide something first, so that's okay. But what I was talking about was the fact that this gimbal is good, but you actually need sound. If you use the microphone in your mobile phone, you're not going to get high quality sound. Doesn't work that way. This microphone is good, but it's not good enough. I mean, basically, when we saw the video earlier of my going around Salisbury Cathedral and using the home gimbal to actually record something, I was doing a narration. And I was doing that not using the microphone in this phone, but by using this, which always goes with me when I'm out and about. And it is, if I can hold the box the right way up, okay, it is the power device, the Pearl microphone. Now, when I spoke about this a few moments ago, I was totally silent. This time, I hope that I have sound and that you can hear me. If you can hear me and you're watching me in Amazon Live, do say hello. Okay, so this microphone is a difference between an amateur video and a semi-professional video, which you can actually then show on YouTube. I've done videos of Salisbury Cathedral, which you've just seen. I've done videos of Stonehenge, Court Garden, in fact, every country house, castle, or national monument we go to, I actually record a video, and I do it using a lapel microphone. This is the Pearl microphone in its carrying pouch. I'm going to take it out. This is not an unboxing. This is just taking it out of its pouch. Normally it travels in my rucksack. So the Pearl microphone has two parts. The microphone, and you can see it's got the hood. And to actually use the microphone, you just actually take the crocodile clip carefully and just pin it to your clothing. So there you have the crocodile clip in position. Okay, the other end of the audio, you actually take your mobile phone and you plug it directly into the audio socket on your phone. And it's as simple, easy, and straightforward as that. That's it. Okay. Plugging the microphone in cuts out the internal microphone, replaces it with a Pearl microphone. Now, the Pearl microphone is going to absorb a lot of your voice and a lot of the surrounding noise, so that the voice that gets heard, the first sound that people hear, is from your microphone. Yeah, irrespective of being a noisy crowd around you, this microphone, which is down the carousel at the moment, at $35.45, it is 41% off today. This microphone is the difference between an amateur and a semi-professional professional video. It doesn't need any software. All you do is put your phone in the gimbal, put it on a surface, a flat surface, be it a desk or a bench or a rock which is flat, put your camera in without its case on, switch it on, and it will calibrate. Okay, and basically in terms of that, if I go here, you can see what you actually need. Let's hide that video and hide my show card. Go picture in picture, and I need to make an adjustment. You're seeing things which shouldn't be there. Just a minute. I'll be back in a second. I'm going to go here. Okay, so that's now pointing at my desktop, and you can see the gimbal there. The phone goes into the gimbal without its case, and you then switch it on, and it's got to be on a flat surface in order to calibrate correctly. Yeah, if you hold it like that, it will not calibrate correctly. So it must be on a flat surface. And technically, this is so easy to do. You clip the microphone on, plug the microphone into your phone, and you've got high quality audio. Now, it's not just, I mean, obviously buying a Pearl microphone for mobile video is good, but you can also use it in other ways as well. I'm a Udemy instructor. I create courses, 16,000 students I've got, which I'm grateful for. And I teach people about live video. I teach people about how to go live on live video, what equipment to use, and how to actually structure a live broadcast so it's successful. But in order to record the Udemy courses, I had to have either a soundproofed office or the Pearl microphone. The Pearl microphone, the quality of this is such that you can use it in a live broadcast and you can use it to record Udemy courses. Udemy are sticklers for the quality of the broadcast. And this microphone is such high quality, so crisp, so clear, and it does give a very professional video, which is why when I do my videos using the home gimbal, they're reasonably high quality and they can be found on YouTube, and people do search out the videos for Stonehenge and for Avebury and for Salisbury and watch them. Okay, all part of sharing. And I want to say thank you to everybody who's watching on Amazon Live. This is basically the difference between an amateur video and professional video, is just simply using the Pearl microphone, which clips to your clothing, fastens into your phone. That's it. That's all there is to it. And then you've got the cable in between. And this I found, I mean, I've used this every time that we've been out and visited somewhere, recorded video using my phone, and the quality is good enough to actually go onto YouTube. And I want to thank Udemy for actually pointing me in the right direction, because at the end of the day, we know in live broadcasting, two things are important, or probably more. But the quality of your picture is important, which is why we've been looking at external cameras, and we'll look at another one in a moment. And the quality of your sound is important. Now, in terms of sound today, I'm actually using you're watching and I'm using, if I can find it down here so that you know, it's somewhere in here. Okay. Okay. My main camera today is the Logitech Brio, which we spoke about earlier. And my microphone is the Elgato Wave 3. Now, I'm live tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern. I'm live every weekday at 9 a.m. Eastern. And I'll be talking about the Elgato Wave microphone. Why it's my favorite. Okay, I've got other microphones as well, but the Elgato Wave 3 stands above. Okay, I'm sure it's not a Shure, but it is a good quality microphone, as you can hear as I move closer to the microphone. Okay, and they do say you've got to be about 2 hands away from the microphone. I'm probably round about that, which is good. Okay, so what happened half an hour ago is that I was broadcasting on Amazon Live and I got a technical problem, and hand up, it was my own doing. So that's why I've come back, just to finish that part off about the Pearl microphone, how important it is to mobile broadcasting. But I'm a desktop broadcaster. And as I just said, I'm using the Brio today, but my new favorite camera is actually down in the carousel now. And I just want to go over to the Obspot Tiny. Now, I'm talking about this camera because today the Obspot Tiny is 10% off. Okay, so it is, well, it's less than I paid for it. Okay, so shall we take a look at the Obspot Tiny camera? Now, the Obspot Tiny is a PTZ camera. It's pan, tilt, and zoom. Okay, I'm going to explain exactly what that means as we do a short demonstration of the Obspot Tiny. I'm going to, because I'm in my Be Live studio, I can have 2 cameras. Okay, bottom one is Logitech Brio, and the one on the left here is the Obspot Tiny. Now, the Obspot Tiny is unique because of several features that other cameras just don't have. So let me go over to my script. I have a script for every product that I talk about. So we're talking about the Obspot Tiny PTZ camera, and it's AI powered with framing and gesture control, and it's a full 1080p HD camera. Okay, and the important thing is that it has got a 90-degree wide angle, just as the Brio, but it's got something that the Brio doesn't have. And I'm about to demonstrate that to you now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. Okay. And I'm going to do this. Okay, you're now looking at, this is the Obspot Tiny PTZ camera. And it's up above me, it's on my monitor. Equally well, it could be on a tripod, but it's on my monitor. It's got a magnetized stand, and it is very solid, and it's above me, and I'm going to try and look straight into the camera. Hopefully I'm looking straight into the camera. But the first thing you notice about the Obspot is that it can have 3 different preset locations. So rather than just being fixed on me, I can actually change it so it points to my desktop. Okay, still live. This is still the desktop. And it means that that second camera can be used, well, the Obspot Tiny can be used as a second camera because it has different fields of view. When I say it's got 90 degrees, it's got 90 degrees, but it's on a gimbal, which means it can show the desktop. It can also show me, okay, I'm back, and it can show the wall. Okay, and there's the wall. The picture you're seeing is a picture of Avebury Stone Circle, 4,500 years old, built at the same time as Stonehenge. And I mean, I just love the picture. I love Avebury as well. It's about half an hour away from where we are. So first thing about the Obspot Tiny is that you have 3 presets, and it's covering 180 degrees, never mind 90 degrees. Now, in terms of the presets, if I go back to preset 3, using the control panel, What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the control panel. So forgive me for a moment. I'll come back to me. Okay, so I'm coming back to me and we're back. Hello again. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share the software with you. What I love, and I know the camera's moving, what I love is when hardware comes with software, which gives you greater control. So on the screen now, this is the software that comes with the Ultraspot Tiny PTZ camera. And if I put it side by side, okay, I'm going to do that now. Okay, I'm going to hide that camera. Okay, I'm going to put it side by side. And the other thing I'm going to do, so that we don't get seasick, is I'm going to lock that. Okay, so what I can do, if I go to the third location, and you can still hear me, then I can use the controls to actually go up. Just a minute, I'll get there in a second, to go up and down. Okay, I can choose exactly where the camera is pointing to, and then I just click on the preset, say update, and that's it. Okay, and then I'm going to come back to me. So 3 presets, simple and straightforward to use. You can switch between 1, 2, and 3. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm getting known for actually taking risks whilst broadcasting live, which I love. I'm going to try something. This should work. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change up here my theme so that the camera is side by side. Okay, and I'm going to move myself here. Okay, so we've got the camera on the left, the Ultraspot Tiny, and the controls on the right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the desktop, and if this works, we'll be quiz in. Just a minute, I'm going to need to come back to me. Okay, if this works, I'm just waiting for something to happen. Yeah. Okay, one of the things I love about the Ultraspot Tiny, I'm going to come full screen here, is that it's got the three preset positions. But in addition to that, he said moving back, you can see the straps on my jumper now, you can actually move, and the camera moves with you. The camera is tracking my movement about the office. And as I move, the camera tracks me. And if I move here and go behind here, then the camera is following me. Now, this is brilliant if you're on stage, if you're a tutor, a professor, or a teacher, and you're on stage and you want to record as you walk about the stage, the days, then you can. This is great for actually recording action. Yeah. And if the action is fast, yeah, you can actually put it onto fast action mode. And if somebody was doing the 100 yards run, you could point it at the beginning and it would track them as they ran the 100 yards, 100 meters. I've never had so much fun with a camera. It is so simple and so straightforward to use. And I just enjoy the fact that I can stand up. Just a second. I can stand up. Just a second. Back to me. I can stand up and I can present. Yeah. And I'm going to do more of that in these Amazon Live broadcasts. I just enjoy using the Ultraspot Tiny camera. It has so much potential. Now, if you click the link in the carousel, it will take you to the Ultraspot Tiny, but you'll also discover, what you'll discover is this, as I come back to the Logitech Brio, what you discover is that there is now a new Ultraspot Tiny. It's called the Ultraspot 4K. It can broadcast in 4K, just like the Brio. And in addition to that, it's got 4 times zoom. Okay, those are the 2 things that it's got. And it's an improvement, obviously. Now, the thing I like about Ultraspot is that if I go picture in picture again, if I show this full screen, and I just go here for a second. If I click this link, you'll see as I'm going down, if I move that over there, they're always updating the software, and they've just recently added face auto exposure, which means that when I'm appearing on camera, my face is being treated separately to the rest of everything, and it looks a lot better. If you look now, I can do this now. If I go here and I hide that, okay, stop sharing, switch this camera on, okay, you can see, sorry for this, I've only got one microphone. You can see on the left hand side the Brio, on the right hand side the Obspot, and you can see the picture on the right hand side is improving all the time because they're updating the firmware, they're updating the software, and it's just, the camera, as I say, is a joy to use. The Obspot Tiny, down in the carousel at the moment, it is 10% off, okay, and it does, as we showed there, actually track your movements. Okay, let's come back to me. Okay, I think that was that good. I actually confused the two cameras. Okay, so one of them, the Obspot, one is the Brio, and you couldn't really tell much difference. Okay, except the Obspot has 3 presets. It has the Obspot Tiny PTZ camera. Let's come back to it. Okay, the Obspot Tiny PTZ camera. If I go and move that over there, switch that and go to here. Okay, the Obspot PTZ camera has AI-powered pan, tilt and zoom. It's got a privacy control. You can just basically turn the camera off. Okay, it's got a sleep mode. If the camera is not used for, say, 5 minutes or 10 minutes, it will switch itself off, preserving power and privacy. It's got 3 preset positions, which we've looked at. It's also got headroom. Now, this is important. Okay, what is headroom mode? Right, when you're on camera, okay, you want to be in the center of the screen, roughly speaking, yeah, looking at the camera. The other thing you want headroom, yeah. Okay, now as I go up, the camera will adjust because it thinks my head's higher than it is. But headroom is important. When we're looking at somebody on live video, we want to see them, the whole of their face. We don't want people to be cut off. Yeah, a number of people I see on Zoom where their head's cut off. Not good. What the Obspot Tiny does is that it automatically moves so you've got headroom. Okay, and the next thing, auto exposure on face. I've just talked about that to give the quality of picture you're seeing now, and noise reduction, and it's got motion mode. I've talked about the fast motion mode, and it's got auto sleep mode. It will switch itself off if you're not using it. And the beauty of it is it's got a 2-axis gimbal, which means it's got a series of 90-degree views. It's got pan, tilt, and zoom, and it's just a joy to work with. And I'm going to be using it more and more in my broadcasts. Okay, now I'm going to go back. Now I'm back, and I'm back on the Logitech Brio. Okay, the final thing today, and I do want to say, oh, wow, Raymond, thank you for following. You've helped make my day. Absolutely brilliant. I love the fact that you followed me. It means much. It means a lot to live broadcasters following. The button, as you know, Raymond, is down the bottom left, and you can click it. I don't get to know who you are, but you'll be able to follow my shows on a day-to-day basis. I'm live at 9 AM Eastern every day. You can follow my shows, and you get notified possibly of when I go live. And if you've any questions about this live broadcast, then please do ask. Yeah, I'd love to answer your questions about live broadcasting, any aspect of live broadcasting, anything that's in the carousel. If you scroll this out carousel and you find an item in there, that's of interest and you've got a question about it, then please do ask. Okay, now, basically, true story. I've been doing this for 6 years now, and when we went to Facebook Live, I got the new Logitech C920 camera as it was then. I also got myself some soft boxes either side of me, so I was better lit. Yeah, and just need a piece of software. Just let me load the software, then I can show you. Okay, I'm just loading the software now. The two soft boxes, now they were with me for 3 years, but they're fabric, and after 3 years, wear and tear, they were getting a bit frayed at the edges, and they had to go. So they were dismantled, taken to the local recycling centre, and I needed some new lights. Now, for 3 weeks, I broadcast without lights, but I couldn't. You need lights. I'll show you for why. If I go here, okay, and I go here, and I switch the light on, I'm going to switch the room lights off. Okay, I'm going to come back to me. Okay, I am now lit, and I am lit by the item that's down in the carousel at the moment, which I'm trying to get hold of. I've got it. I've released it. Okay, the item is Logitech Litra Light. Now, true story again. I, as I said, was looking for lights. Okay, and I was watching an Amazon Live, and the Amazon Live was hosted by my good friend Marco Nova in Portugal, and he was talking to Daniel Sigman of Logitech, and Daniel showed the light that I'm holding at the moment, and I thought, yes, that is the light that I want. Yeah, that's the no, wrong one. That is the light that I want. Okay, now this light, first of all, it is lightweight. Okay, you can bend the light forward, you can turn the light to that side, you can turn the light to that side. Okay, supplied with the light for $59.99 is the power cable, and you just plug the power cable in and you can switch the light on using, it's on now, using the switch at the back. You can do it manually. Okay, and it's a beautiful constructed light. Now I'll switch it off again. Okay, and it will go off. Okay, there is a shelf here. Raise up the shelf and put the shelf over the back of your monitor. Now my light is at that angle. Okay, and it's on my monitor sat above me. Yeah, I have, because you can, raised it. I can lengthen that, and mine is actually on my monitor like that. Now, it doesn't have to sit on your monitor. It is very versatile. What you can do is that you can take the light itself off the stand supplied by Logitech, and you can put it onto, wish I could go here, tripod stand. Okay, and when you put it on a tripod stand, that will go anywhere on your desking. Mobile lighting. And the thing about this, I love hardware that's controlled by software. If you've not heard of this light before, I can tell you why. This is the first light that Logitech have released. We know them for the Logitech C920, 922, 95, 930 Brio cameras. This is the first light that they've released. It was released in January this year, January 2022. And you can see the size of it. Yeah, it is not, well, it's not big. It's, in fact, it's neat. It's a neat package. It's designed for gamers. It is safe to run this light 24 hours a day. Logitech are well known for catering to the gaming community, and this light is part of that. because if you're a gamer, it just goes on the monitor above you, shines down on you, that's it. Doesn't get in your eyes. You can actually sit here for 24 hours a day, broadcasting live, gaming. I can't imagine 24 hours on Amazon live. No, that's not going to happen. Gaming, and this is the light for you. This is the perfect first light. It's the perfect second light. It's a perfect light. And the beauty of this is, I'm going to share some software with you. Just give me a moment. That if you plug this light directly into your PC or Mac, then you can control it with the software. This software has been around for quite a few years. It's called Logitech G Hub, and it is controlling my light today. Now, I actually got 2 of these lights. Okay. Thank you to Daniel and to Marco, so we can hide them. Thank you to my second camera. We can hide that. And here we are. So next to me is the software that controls this light. There are 6 presets. Okay. Basically, you install this directly into your PC or Mac. It will be recognized by this software, and you can then control it by the software. You do not need to use the buttons on the back, because I mean, if I did it now, then it would totally disrupt this broadcast. So it's software control. I can, with the software, switch the light off. Okay, and you'll notice now that I have gone dark. I'm darker. If I switch the light back on, to me, this is my perfect lighting. Okay, I've got one light shining down on me, and I'm using the software to control it. I'm going to put that down, so don't distract any of us, and come back to the software itself. With the software, okay, I can use one up to 6 different presets. Okay, so this is preset 1, and you can see that's bright. That is maximum brightness with the lowest temperature. And what I'm doing is controlling the temperature and the brightness. Okay, so the next one down is this. This is subtler. Okay, not as much brightness, a bit more temperature. And as we go down, I'm actually getting closer to the one that I like best. Now, some of these you won't see any difference. Yeah, but I quite like this one. I also quite like this one. In fact, this one is my preferred lighting. Okay, this is the one that I like. And this is all about getting comfortable on camera. It's all about being happy on camera. Okay, Headroom, in the middle of the screen, focused on the camera, good lighting. And this is good lighting. I mean, I've looked at alternatives, and you could pay $200 and end up with the same result. Okay. The other thing you've got is that you've got the presets that come with the Logitech Litra light, but you can also create your own. Okay, now I've got to admit, I created this, and I need to turn down the temperature. I need to turn down the brightness. So I can set this light up to any of the settings, and it's not an obtrusive light. It doesn't shine in my face. I know it's there, but I'm not distracted by it. So to me, the Logitech Litra light is excellent value. Yeah, in terms of, right, okay, let's just go back on this just for a second. We all know about Logitech quality. Yeah, my Logitech camera is 6 years old. I can see myself having this Logitech Litra light for that length of time. Logitech, well-established company, high quality build. The kit does what it said. The Logitech Litra light is the first light they've produced. I can see them producing more lights, but for me, in my studio, this Logitech Litra light, which is the only light I've got on, is actually giving me good lighting. And I want to say thank you. If you're watching me on Amazon Live, as you've probably gathered by now, I'm, well, just to explain a little bit, This is Lights, Camera, Action with Stephen Healy, and I am based. You're watching Stephen live from Wiltshire in England. Okay, so I am broadcasting to you from Wiltshire to Amazon Live, enjoying every moment, grateful for your spending some of your day with me, and here to answer any of your questions. Now, just a point on that. Amazon.com/live is a free resource for you. It's broadcasters from around the world. I'm one of 4 English broadcasters, and there are hundreds, if not thousands, of American broadcasters who are broadcasting live on Amazon Live, 24/7 virtually. And you can watch, if you can create your own Amazon Live TV channel if you follow people. And I'm blown away by the expertise that my fellow broadcasters have. We're all independent, okay? We are your live reviewers. When I'm talking about Logitech Litra Lite, I'm talking about the Power Device, the Pearl microphone, you can ask me a question. And you can do that on programs about fashion, about science, about the home. All sorts of topics are available to you, and you can ask questions. Now, when people talk about items in the carousel, they actually use them on a regular basis. So they're talking from personal experience. And we will tell you the honest thing. I'm going to go back to the light just for a moment. The light needs to be plugged directly into your PC or Mac for the software I've just shown you to work. And I'm going to stop screen share. Okay. So I am grateful for you actually being with me, and I'm enjoying myself so much. I'm going to go on to something new, and right. Okay. Now, I said earlier that I am, if I can find it, just give me a second. Okay. And it will be here. Right. My main camera today is the Logitech Brio. So you're watching a Logitech Brio, and you can't get a better, you can't get better than actually be able to watch it in action. And I'm just going to go back to the carousel for a moment. Just bear with me a second. Okay, so you're watching the Logitech Brio, which is down the carousel, is 21% off today. So if you click the link in the carousel, you will get a 21% discount. Yeah. So that's the camera. And I got the camera. I got the Brio camera because it is 4K. And that means that I can broadcast out to YouTube in 4K using OBS or vMix or XSplit Broadcaster. I can broadcast in 4K to YouTube. And the quality difference between 1080p and 4K is phenomenal. The higher the number, the more the pixels, the better the quality. Okay, so Brio 4K camera, 21% off today. Okay, now what I'm going to do is, I've not had a chance to talk about this earlier, and this is my second broadcast today. Okay, I'm going to show you my, if I bring this in, okay, and take myself off solo, okay, and switch the camera on and go side by side. I'll go picture in picture. You've got a beautiful picture of my desk. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the software and I'm going to go to the desktop. Okay, that's the picture I wanted. Okay, that's the Elgato tiny camera swiveling around. And I'm going to make a change to my settings. And I'm going to go here. Just give me a second. I need to press that button, go here, and I can change the theme so that I will shrink. Okay, so this is live. This is my second camera. We talked earlier, just to recap about what I've talked about today. Down the carousel, Logitech Litra Lite, we've literally just talked about. If you've got any questions, please ask. The Hoem gimbal for taking almost perfect mobile video. Okay, we talked about this, the power, it's still attached to my phone. The Power Device, the Pearl microphone, again, down in the carousel. You can click the link and take a look at it. And what I'm going to do is I just need to clear a bit of space. Just give me a second. So we're getting some space. And what I'm going to do is put the light out of the way over there. Put the Pearl microphone out of the way. And I'm just going to slide this in. Okay. Coming stage left. This is the microphone that you're listening to. And this is the Elgato Wave 3, which is down in the carousel, 149.99 today. And I'm going to bring it into the camera here. So this is the microphone itself. You've got to agree, it is very, very stylish. And one thing I want to do, just a moment, because I'm aware of something. One thing I want to do is this. There you are. You can actually see it now. That's the Elgato Wave 3 microphone. And if it won't point the way, but basically it has the ability. I mean, first of all, the quality, the richness of tone. And I'm going to tell you a story now about the Elgato Wave 3. Okay, and this is a true story. Some of the best things you ever buy come via recommendation. And I do shows on Facebook and YouTube. And I did a show with 3 guests. And the guests were Christa Boven from Belgium, Alec Dorling from Sweden, and Rick Glover from the States. And I said to them, what I want you to do is I want you to bring your microphones and talk about your microphones. And that's exactly what we did. And Chris had her microphone, which is a Blue Snowball. Rick had his microphone, which was a headset, which is fine. And then Alec had the Elgato Wave 3. Well, I don't know about you, but when I hear a good, solid, deep, rich sound, like the one coming from the Elgato Wave 3, I listened to Alec and it was crisp, it was clear, it was a great sound. And you're listening to it now. I can't give you a better demonstration than the fact that you're listening to the Elgato Wave 3 microphone now. It is a high quality build microphone. I mean, Elgato we know for the Stream Deck. This is the microphone. This is the Wave 3. And you can plug your headset into it. You've got the gain control. You've got everything you need. The only thing that's bad about this, and it's only in terms of live broadcasters, normally when you want to mute a microphone, you press a button on the microphone, a mute button. The Elgato Wave 3 has a sensor on the top. And if I go like that, yeah, it switches my microphone off. It's too sensitive. It's just touch and it goes off. And hopefully my microphone's back on again. But in terms of the quality of sound, the Elgato Wave 3 is my microphone of choice. And you've been listening to it all the time that you've actually been listening and watching this broadcast. Okay, now, this is my second broadcast today. I'm normally live at 9 a.m. Eastern. I'm grateful for this opportunity to meet you today, because normally my show's over when you're watching Amazon Live. So I do thank you for taking time to join me on the live broadcast today. I'm back at 9 a.m. Eastern tomorrow, and I'll be talking everything live broadcasting. I invite you to join me. If you enjoyed the broadcast, then please follow me. And I look forward to seeing you later. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for watching. This has been Stephen, live from Wiltshire in England, enjoying every moment of broadcasting live on Amazon Live. Goodbye for now.